everyone, welcome to another video on how to get better with SCPs in Retro Breach. In this video, we will be specifically talking about how to get better with SCP-096, in other words, Shy Guy. So, some things to note before we get started is that Shy Guy is one of the strongest SCPs in the game, being able to wipe out any wave by himself and just carry games on his back once you know what you're doing. But if you aren't careful or you get too greedy, it could be devastating and sometimes get you killed. Now that I'm done with the general stuff, we can specifically get into 096. I will be giving you tips and tricks to fully understand and get way better with this SCP, so you can actually just have great games with them. So you can watch my gameplay as a reference as well, in case you see me do something that most people wouldn't do. Maybe you can learn something new. Now, for my tip number 1, you should never end rage near players or waves, because I see so many Shy Guys do this and it costs them so much HP. They will be in rage mode and get way too greedy and end the rage mode basically right next to the remaining survivors, which turns you into a nice, slow, and vulnerable bullet sponge for the next 30 seconds. You are the slowest SCP in the game if you aren't in rage mode, so you need to account for that with your position. End your rage in a hiding spot or next to your teammates so they can back you up in case they push. Don't just leave yourself wide open to enemies once you are done with rage, because it can cost you a lot of HP or even get you killed. So make sure you leave about 5 to 8 seconds of rage left to go and run. Find somewhere to hide so they aren't just beating on you for free. Tip number 2. Check hiding spots in high traffic areas when in rage. If people are too close to your rage if people are too close to your rage to get into a locked gate spot or elevator, they'll hide. A lot of Shy Guys will just waltz right past them, letting like 3 people escape for free. Free food, free kills that you could have gotten, but they got away because you were just blitzing down the hallways without a thought in the world. Check inside of hiding spots like bathrooms, rooms with card access, or just tucked away in a corner somewhere, because those are just straight up free kills that you're missing out on because of tunnel vision or just unawareness. Number 3. Make sure you are at least nearby an entrance zone by the 8-minute mark. I see this is how most SCPs die. They're all the way in light zone or in the middle of heavy containment by the 8-minute mark. By that time, the alpha warhead is able to detonate. You don't want to be caught all the way back there when warhead countdown starts, because if you're not 173 or in rage mode, it's basically GG's, especially a Shy Guy with how slow you are in rage mode. If you are in an entrance zone or at least outside of it near 008, you'll be able to cut it close, but barely survive. But if you want to have the best chance of survival, it's recommended that you are just at least at the surface by the time that warhead can start anyway. Speaking of surface, the surface is your domain. You are at your strongest when you are at the surface. And that is because there really isn't anywhere for you to go when you're caught up in 096 rage mode. Most of them are easy to check, like little boxes behind MTF or GOC spawn, armory, and CI spawn. This is a place where you should be before the 5-minute mark, because once you pop rage, you should have enough HP saved up if you played smart and just not care about your HP anymore. This is where you can just stat check everything and get as many kills as you can, because even if they are just sitting there unloading every mag into you, you still have so much HP left that it just shouldn't matter. Like, they're not going to be able to kill you in your 15 seconds of wind up. So once that happens, you can just get as many kills as you can, because there's nowhere for them to go. You're super fast, so it doesn't really matter how far away they run. They can't hide anywhere. So it's just free. It's super easy. But once your rage mode is nearly done, I would say about 5 to 8 seconds, rush over to the exit and just stay there, because that is your safe haven. A lot of the time, you don't want to end your rage outside of the surface, because that's where you're vulnerable. Again, there's so many people out there, especially after the 5-minute mark, and they can just beat on you for free because you don't have anything to lean back on. But what you can lean back on, you can just go over to the exit area and just stay there, because you can't die. You practically can't die over there. If you get low, you can just go and become a serpent's hand, get the escape points. Doesn't really matter. If they don't kill you, you can just go back outside, pop rage again, wipe out everybody. So, and if people are pushed in there, in your exit area, trying to shoot you, and you pop rage in there, they're dead. Unless they can escape, you can't go anywhere. So it is just really important that you end your rage in the exit area, or at least just go near your SCP teammates so they can back you up at least for your 30 seconds of time. So now I'm gonna go over some miscellaneous tips. Basically just like stuff in general that you should know as an SCP yourself. This kind of just goes in regard of any SCP you are. And number one is just to stay with your team. You know, working together as a team will actually make your SCP games way better than you think they are, because this game is a team game. Going out by yourself, pushing a wave by yourself, or just getting kited by 3 people all the way into entrance zone, you're gonna get cooked. You're gonna get fried. So when you're with your SCP team, it's gonna make your life so much easier. Like, there's gonna be plays you can make. You can push in together. You guys can go, I'll go this way, you go that way, and we can kind of trap them. It's like, it's gonna be alleviating all of your weaknesses that you have with your other teammate. I swear, just trust me on this. If you play more of a team with your SCP teammates, you're just gonna have so much of a better time actually getting kills, server wiping, escaping, you know, any of that stuff. So yeah, that's mainly all I have for this SCP. He's really straightforward. You know, just make good use of your rage. Make sure you're not ending off in front of their faces. Just make sure you're ending your rage off in a good spot where they can't get to you. So let me know what's the next SCP I should go for, make a new guide on, and thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed.